Hello, air signs. It's Blue Loose here with your mid-March into April reading. So this is a general reading. So of course, as usual, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I'm going to start with a general reading for all air signs, and then I'm going to move into specifics. So then I'll move into Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And there will be timestamps down below, so if you want to just listen to the general reading and then jump to the sign that applies to you, look down below for that timestamp. Okay, so this is some wild energy that I pulled out. This is like a conference, or like conference isn't the right word. It's like a diplomatic meeting. So what we have here is the King of Pentacles next to the King of Wands and the Emperor and the King of Swords underneath. So this is like the positions of power coming together to figure something out. Okay, so there's been like and I feel this is like, because of the nature of this, I feel like this is like career or work related or something kind of big like that. And this is big because we have 3 kings. The only king that is not in this reading right now is the King of Cups. Okay, and I'm like still making sense of this energy. So with the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, I feel like these guys in the meeting of the four meeting of the minds here, the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands are kind of like they're talking to each other. We see them kind of facing each other. The King of Wands is really interested in what the King of Pentacles has to say, and the King of Pentacles is making a good point about something. So the King of Pentacles energy is, this is a guy who's good with money. He has established wealth, and he's generous with it. Like I'm really drawn to all the grapes that you can see. So grapes are like the harvest, right? Grapes are abundance. This guy has enough for himself and the people he oversees, right? And he's someone who is generous. He's not just like out for himself. He takes care of his subjects, kind of like, and everyone underneath him. And if he's the boss in your organization, this is kind of like this is a good boss to have. This is a fair guy who makes like sound decisions and could represent like a partner in something or some kind of investor, because he's got wealth behind him. So this is someone who's like smart with his money and smart with his resources, and also is kind of big into like harmony and like things working together for the greater good. So this guy is kind of like the guy you want to work for, okay? And next to him, the King of Wands is action oriented. This King of Wands, we see really a lot of yellow and warm colors, right? Also like some green in there. But this guy he's adaptable. This is like double fire energy here. So this guy, he's passionate. He's a passionate leader. He's a leader that takes action. This guy does have a certain level of integrity, right? And confident. He makes progress. He's about like leveling up. He could be like kind of an entrepreneur kind of guy. So of course he is interested in talking to the King of Pentacles, because like in terms of business, ideas and actions plus funding, right? So these guys want to talk to each other up here, okay? And across the table from them, we have the Emperor and the King of Swords. So I feel like if these guys are connected, the Emperor is like the big boss. And in terms of all these kings, this Emperor is the guy that oversees everyone. So the kings are bosses, but the emperor is like the big boss. He's the one that the kings answer to. So the kings are super sovereign, but not as sovereign as the emperor. So the emperor is also a man of inspired action, but he also uses discretion. Okay, he's kind of like the divine masculine, and he's got a lot of personal power. Like when this person walks in the room, like you know it, right? He has a certain amount of like his reputation precedes him, and he's someone who has fully stepped into his authority position. Okay, so this is like the head chain of command person. Next to him, the king, and you can see like they both have a similar expression and a similar stance, right? With the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, they're both like facing each other. They're like engaged with each other. But these two are just like head on. They're a little bit more stoic. They have similar expressions on their faces that are both like, it's like they're ruled by reason, right? So all the kings have like this leadership quality about them. The King of Wands is more like fiery and active. The King of Pentacles is a little bit more laid back. The King of Swords is very, he's like more of a diplomat. Like he would rather talk things out than fight about them, right? Like sometimes the King of Wands can be like, let's, go to war if we have to. But the King of Wands, or I'm sorry, the King of Swords would rather figure things out. I'm feeling like kind of like lawyerish law, kind of logic over reason, and similar the Emperor too. The Emperor's also like these two guys employ their logic and reason over like impulsive movements or actions. So these are the kind of energies that are all at the same table here, figuring something out. At the top of the deck is the Seven of Swords. And next to, at the bottom of the deck was the Justice. So like between, this is all sandwiched between these energies. So the Seven of Swords is like deceptive. It's a deceptive energy. It's lies and deceit and even thievery, okay? Like, it's like manipulative energy, manipulative tactics. This is like an energy like some people, and I feel like this is the reason why everyone's at the table here. Like there's been some serious deception, right? And this Seven of Swords, it's like this guy's looking over his shoulder. Yeah, he's looking to see if anyone is watching him getting away with these 5 out of the 7 swords, right? He is leaving something behind. So he's not taking everything, but he's taking a good chunk. So, yes, he's looking to make sure he's not getting caught, even though he's doing this in broad daylight. It's not like he's necessarily trying to hide what he's doing, but, he is looking over his shoulder. But I also feel like with this, like, celebration going on in the background, that maybe over here there's like a distraction, like maybe he's not working alone, right? So someone has created some kind of diversion over here that's letting this guy go and take this without anyone like noticing that he's doing it right now. So yes, he's doing it in broad daylight, but there's something over in the background distracting people so that he can get away with this. But since we have Justice at the bottom of the deck, like in this situation, whatever occurred, whatever this deception or manipulative energy is, Justice is presiding over the situation. And these 4 minds, these 3 kings and the Emperor, have kind of come together to, I feel like what they're discussing, the terms of this issue here, like justice will prevail. So the fact that justice has come out in this situation makes me feel like in the end of this situation, justice will end up prevailing. Okay, so where in your life is this going on? So this could be pretty specific. So I was like, what the heck is this Seven of Swords? Because yeah, this could be like outright deception, but sometimes it could also be like self-deception or not being willing to confront something. So in this situation, I feel like there's also maybe been something that's been going on for a while that people were kind of tiptoeing around. Because like he even kind of looks like he's tiptoeing, right? So he's tiptoeing away. And so something about the situation like has gone on for a while. And, you know, maybe people have been wanting to like bring it up, but they're not sure. It's like, or they're not really wanting to because it could lead to a bigger like, it's like opening up a wound or something to clean out infection. But it's also like deception in the workplace or dishonest behavior in the workplace. But it's coming to a head now. So it's come to a head, or it already has come to a head. And yeah, I asked more about what that was. And it's kind of perplexing. Like the Four of Wands popped out. So this is a celebration about something. So I was looking at the other cards and trying to intuit where it comes from. So so we have this celebration or this event happening in the background with this guy. And maybe this is that event. So this is like this is a special event. A special event that's community oriented. So like maybe like a work party or some kind of event, work related event that this happened at. And I'm also drawn to the grapes hanging on the goalpost here, or the posts, I should say. And they are connecting me to the King of Pentacles. So this might be kind of an event that maybe the King of Pentacles put on or was in charge of, or, you know, so it could be related to that. So that card came out, the Knight of Wands. So this is fast action about something. So something like there was some kind of smooth talker, like a charmer, fast action, like really fast. It's like a fire that took off really quickly, right? It didn't, maybe when it started, it didn't seem like a big deal, but then like within seconds, it was a big deal. And also connected to that, we have the Eight of Swords. So a lot of swords and wands coming out here. Eight of Swords, Lovers, and Three of Swords. So something happened at this event, and it happened really fast, and it left an impact. It left an impact enough that these people are having a meeting, like a serious meeting about it. And the results of this action that occurred left people feeling like their hands were tied. So some people felt like their hands were tied. They had confusion about the, like this is like feeling trapped and restricted in the situation that's happening. So this is kind of like the fallout. So some people are feeling like um, powerless, right? Feeling powerless to do anything about it. And feeling like trapped in a situation maybe because of what happened. So now you feel trapped in a situation that doesn't any longer align with your values or your truth or the direction that you want to go in or want your life to go in or what you want to work for, if that makes sense. So it's like being a little bit out of alignment. But the thing about this card is that a lot of this stuff is just perceived. So it's just like the action you feel you can't take is a perception. Like you have more agency in the situation here than you realize or give yourself credit for. Okay, that being said, part of the fallout of the situation was disappointment, loss, heartbreak. So maybe jobs were lost as a result of this. And, you know, like, what do we do next? And with the lovers here, the lovers, I took some notes. Where'd they go? This relationship, this like work relate. So this is a, like, I feel like a deciding factor, right? So in this situation where you maybe don't feel like your values are aligned with where you're at anymore, like we have, well, this is the Garden of Eden and the snake and the angel. There's like temptation, and it's just like there's a choice in the situation that's better than the other one, right? And even if you make the right choice, like the right choice can still lead to heartbreak. So, and I also find it interesting that this is an air sign reading, and all of the air signs are represented in the cards here. So the lovers is Gemini energy, and the King of Swords is Aquarius energy, and Justice is Libra energy. So y'all are here before we even break it down. Okay. So I want to get some clarification about this event that happened. Friends, it was like supposed to be a happy thing, but something went wrong. My cards are messed up here. Okay. But something went wrong. So I'm going to just pick my tea leaf cards here. Wow. Yeah, it was supposed to be happy, but it's ending up with someone like leaving a situation. So someone's left, or since there's some job loss energy going on here, one or more people got booted instead. Like this was supposed to be a time that was prosperous, but instead something happened, and you know, people are out of the picture now, and it's causing a lot of conflict and like inner turmoil, and what's the right thing to do, and how much power do I really have to do it? So all right, let's get some cards to clarify this situation. Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Boots, increasing your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So it's like I feel like someone was trying for something here, but someone else got in the way. This is jumping ahead of me. Rainbow. The hardest part of a situation is over. And I feel that since the Justice card is here, maybe this situation is coming to a close now, and there's going to be some kind of resolution, even though it hasn't told me exactly what it is yet. Temporary situation and forces working against you. Also, the caterpillar, things are not always going to be this way. A change is coming. So yeah. All it's telling me is that there's like forces working against this situation that was supposed to be good. However, the discord in it is a temporary situation, and things aren't always going to be this way. So with the Justice card, a change is coming. And it might be different than the change you might think. Yoke is feeling tied down or frustrated. Yeah, so that's our 8 of Swords right there. Feeling tied down and frustrated. Dealings with or a relationship with a woman with a fair woman. So someone with like blonde, gray, white hair, or lighter features, or like or this person is going to be the avenue through which new opportunities and paths come up. Archway, strong emotion. Yeah, there's a lot of strong emotions here in this situation. But amidst all these strong emotions, we do have some characters that are more logic based, so they can kind of like see through all these like intense words, actions, feelings, expressions that are coming out. All right. I'm going to shuffle these back in. So this is, I feel like this is where I need to break into individual signs now. So this is the base energy. So let's go into Gemini here. Gemini, how is this relating to you guys? So Gemini, we see you here as the Lovers. So maybe you're weighing your options, like which option is more in alignment with your values and your the divine plan for your life, like your soul purpose, right? So whatever it is that you want to do in this situation kind of needs to align with what you feel like, I don't know, like your reason for being here on this earth is. And it's gonna require you to kind of like remain a little bit clear-headed about this, and to acknowledge, like with the 8 of Swords here, to acknowledge like some things that maybe you've been avoiding. So in order to make big decisions like this, like we have to be willing to face things that are difficult. 3 of Wands. Gemini, you know, you have some things going for you. Like you're okay, so you're like looking at this opportunity ahead of you. It's like you belong on this ship out here, or that this ship is under your command, or like you're commissioning. It's like you're commissioning this ship, this project, to go forth and be fruitful. So I feel like where you're at, you're in a position to have a say in the way that things are going. Okay? And you're looking ahead to the future. Like you're not looking back. You're in a place where you're like, all right. Oh, the 7 of Swords again. Yeah, okay. Okay. Wow. All right. So it's like, I'm going to pull one more card about that. It's like, yeah. So this deception, this manipulation that occurred is directly impacting you. But I feel like you've reached a point in this situation where you're able to start moving past it. Like with this Three of Wands here, you're like, all right, next. So I feel like you, in this decision, with the values, that you've already kind of figured it out for yourself. Like you've already figured out which direction you're going in, and you're already like, maybe you've already, yeah, Queen of Pentacles. And this is the counterpart to the King of Pentacles we have here. So the Queen of Pentacles, she's also like the King. She's also generative and prosperous and generous. Okay, she's so she's water and earth. So she's really tuned into like, whereas like the King is more outward acting, she's more inward acting, and together they're the perfect balance. Okay, and they both they're kind of both equal partners. Okay, so you you're occupying this energy. You're occupying this energy of, it's like, oh, it's like, yeah. So you're the commander of these ships. So yeah, this shit's happened, right? But it's almost like you've cut out the rot, right? So what I'm noticing with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, they're both sitting, like the King's in his garden, and the King and the Queen is like in the woods next to the garden. So they're in nature, and they're in their wealth. They're in what they've created, right? So it's like, I feel like you're a boss too, Gemini. You're a boss too. And you've, it's like, yes, this was a setback, but it didn't break you. Okay? So that's good. A setback didn't break you. And you still have resources left over to go after what you want. And celebration again. So, I feel like you're set up okay. You're going to come out of this situation okay. Let's pick some tea leaves about this. Gemini. Oh, man. Hi, Claus. Sorry about that. Okay. So we have, you'll be taken care of in a difficult time. Yeah. So you're taken care of. You have what you need. Yes, there's been some disappointment in this affair. And someone, yes, has been working behind your back. But you're the freaking queen. And you got it. You got it handled. And June came out. So I feel like come June, you kind of like will have put this situation behind you. And June, you know, that's your birthday month. You know, June is Gemini, end of May and June. So by the time your birthday rolls around, like this will just be like a drop in the water. So I feel like what you need to do going forward in this is just continue to like rely on yourself and focus on you and what you have. And you know what? The tortoise and the boot came out again. So in this setback, keep increasing your efforts in order to achieve your goals. And then slowly but surely, you'll get ahead again. So just keep doing what you do best, right? Like, you got this. You got this. Yeah. Stay focused on your goals and you'll meet your target. All that noise in the background, like, you don't need to pay attention to it. You don't need to pay attention to it. So there's like April and June. So I feel like you just kind of, you know, the 8 of Pentacles, I was shuffling and it flashed out at me. So I feel like just keep attending to the task at hand, and because you're almost there anyway. So just keep attending to the task at hand, stay focused, and you'll make your mark. Great. All right. I'm going to move on to Libra here. So we're going to put these back. Libra. How you doing, Libra? How's this situation for you? All right, Libra. Let's see what we have. Libra. So you're represented by the Justice here. And whether or not... So in the Justice card, we have the Sword of Truth in the masculine hand and the Scales of Justice in the feminine hand. And actually, in this whole meeting of the minds here, like, there's so much masculine energy here except for Justice. So Justice is the feminine energy that brings this situation back into balance, okay? And you have that built innately inside you. And, you know, and Libra's a cardinal sign, so you, out of all the air signs, you're like, you kind of got like maybe the most leadership, which isn't to say the other signs aren't leaders, because they absolutely are. But and again, there's a call here to really kind of like, yes, you're feeling emotions here, but don't let your emotions get the best of you. Like, absolutely feel them, because we have to, especially because justice is a feminine energy. But like with a lot of the other energy in this deck, like really using your reason over your emotions, but tapping into your emotions enough so that you make a just choice and a just decision, because this is about finding balance in the situation. And, you know, justice is going to prevail in this situation. So let's see what there is for you, Libra. Eight of Wands. So there is incoming information. There's stuff, there's information coming in for you. Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is like information that... So we have the Knight of Wands rushing in with this declaration of truth. So this is the guy that's gone out. This is the scout. He's gone out to learn about the situation, and he's found it, and he's rushing back in to bring this information to light. So something, either you or something in your environment, is going to bring the information, like some of the information that's going to resolve the situation in the World and the Sun. The World and the Sun. So this is coming to a close. So this information, this stuff that's rushing in, is going to bring this situation to a close. And after that is going to be relief and happiness, and like you can finally relax. Yeah, this has been a heavy situation. Like perhaps you've carried more of the load than others around you, and it's weighed you down a lot. And it's been hard to handle by yourself. So we're coming to a point where you're going to be able to start to put some of this down and move on and lighten up. I'm also hearing that you need to lighten up a little bit, right? Like you need to lighten up because the world is the end of a cycle. So like some of you have like a job you are leaving, and it's time. It's time. And leaving it is actually, you know, if that applies to your situation, or something about the situation, its time has come. And judgment along with justice. So yeah, this is when people are going to have to answer for their actions. And maybe, you know, maybe you are too. So this is great to have with justice here. So things are coming out into the open. People are having to answer for their actions and accept the consequences of them. A lot of the stuff that has been causing you anxiety is going to start to dissipate. Finally, you can sleep better. And 9 of Cups. So this is, yeah, with the Sun and the 9 of Cups here, like at the end of this, you're gonna be supplied. He's smiling. A little toothy grin. So it's like, in the end, you make out okay. You make out okay in this situation. Anything else? Moonlight. Yeah, hidden information is coming to light. Also, going within. Some of this is going to require you to go within and be honest with yourself. Yeah, everyone needs to be a little bit honest with themselves here, right? Like, stop hiding from your shit. Because with the 8 of Swords, like, you have more power to control the situation, meaning, like, you and the role you're playing or not playing. Yeah, like, you're gonna have to answer to yourself, too. And maybe to some other people. Man, the Lovers. Yeah, so... And, you know, with all this energy here, and yesterday in the water sign reading, we had the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups showed up there. So, you know, all of this is involving a lot of people, and the effects of this situation have rippled out into the community. So, the Lovers coming out again. Getting in touch with your values. Like, I'm hearing, like, pardon my French, but stop fucking around. Stop fucking around, because some of you are fucking around. It's like, it's like the difference between living a life of purpose and living a life that's meaningless. And what do you want, you know? And what do you have to do? What do you have to change to have your life of purpose? Like, maybe you need to finally, like, yeah, Moonlight again, and Temperance. So Temperance is the need to show some restraint, okay? You need to, like, put down some things, maybe some habits or behaviors that are no longer serving your greater good. And that are preventing you from seeing things that are hidden, or like, it's like that, or that you're not looking at. Like, there comes a point in our lives when we just have to like own up and like, it's like take responsibility for ourselves, but in doing that, we come into our agency and we come into our own personal power, and we actually have more freedom there, right? Putting down some of this stuff that we've been using to, Nine of Pentacles again. So nines is, yeah. Like if you're able to do that, you'll head in a much better direction. So let's get some tea leaf cards for you, Libra. What does Libra need to know right now? What does Libra need to know? There's so many cards in this deck. Spear. Heartache over what you no longer have. So, all right. Hold on a second. This is kind of like the Three of Swords that came up earlier, this heartbreak, because whatever went down, like you did lose something. Heartache over what you no longer have. Disappointment in some affair again. There's a misunderstanding. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex and waiting for news. But that news is coming with the Eight of Wands. Like you're going to get the news that you've been waiting for, and it's going to free up some energy for you. I feel like I need to put half this deck down and shuffle because... All right, Libra. What action does Libra need to take right now? Protected from negative forces beyond your control. So great. So I hope that helps you like relax a little bit. Purse, pay attention to your finances because this situation has affected them a little bit, so you might have to maneuver a little bit in March. So this month is significant for you, and before the month is over, you might notice some of this energy moving a little bit, like you'll receive that information. There is a degree of success in front of you. Anything from this pile? You know, I do feel like, you know, like with the other signs, like being honest with yourself and then taking action in direction of that honesty. Yeah, okay, arrow, taking action, right? You're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. And it's gonna be the aspect that is in alignment with like your truth, right? Your purpose, your truth, like those things, like your best self. Move in that direction because you got what it takes. Broom, new home, new attitude. That's what you kind of gotta embody, right? Like act like it's already yours, and go forward with integrity, and you will honor it. You know, that's the respectable way to go, and you'll receive, you know, your recognition for that. Okay. Yeah, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Libra, I'm going to pick an angel card for you because I feel like there's something in here that wants to come out for you. You are safe and protected. Okay, we had something else like that come out. Yeah, protected from negative forces. Beloved one, I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. Maybe that's tied to the Lovers here too. Although I'm getting the sense, again, like your higher self also like becoming the best version of yourself. Choose the path that allows you to become the best version of yourself. Courage. Have the courage to do the hard thing, and yeah, it's time for you to step into some leadership area in some aspect of your life, or like take charge of yourself. Like when I was shuffling, I was flashed like, take your power back and remember who you are. That's what it was. Remember who you are. Step into your power. You know, no more playing small, Libra. All right? You can do it too. You got it. All right, I'm going to move on to Aquarius now. Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius. You know, I feel like you, Aquarius, have kind of, just as I'm starting to shuffle here, I feel like you've really taken the blowout of this situation to heart. Like, you know, it's like you're usually a very logic-oriented person, but something about this situation really hit you. It really kind of like, yeah, that Three of Swords. It really pierced your heart. And the Nine of Swords came up earlier too, and it's just like, it's like you haven't been able to shake the after effects of this blowout. And you know, you really took it hard, and maybe it affected you hard too. Like maybe you were one of the people that, like, this situation wasn't your fault, but it sure as hell affected you, and now things are different, and you kind of got to deal with it now. So and also, like, this is like a community thing. This whole situation, like, it involves a bunch of people. And like that weighs on you too, because I feel like this caused a split in something. And something about some of the cards that were pulled earlier, I feel like there was a division, right? There's a division that happened. And it changed things. Hanged Man. And you really had to go within. It's like you kind of like went into hermit mode. In this situation, it's like with the Eight of Swords here, it's like feeling like powerless in the situation. It's like there's things in here that you can't control. So what do? You have to like shift into a different perspective. It's just like you have to change the way you're looking at things, right? So this Hanged Man, he's definitely changed his position, right? He's upside down and not upright, but look at what that gets him. It gets him like this little realization, like he gets enlightened about something. And he's hanging by his foot, so he's okay, you know, like he's not in danger here. But it's the necessity to take a step back and like reevaluate and start to try to look at things in a different way. Yeah, Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I love when I use two decks and all the same cards come out of both of them. It's just like, yeah, this is what's going on. So you're feeling like your hands are tied, even though you do have more power in this situation. Like the swords aren't a threat to him. They are stuck in the ground and they're behind him, right? But the situation of these swords has caused him to feel like powerless and directionless. But he's standing, like the puddle he's standing in makes me think that if you can go in and tap in, go within and tap into this like little space of inner wisdom, that blindfold that's around your eyes and those ropes that are around your hands, like they're not really tied tightly. Like you could wiggle out of them if you want to. And I feel like you will, right? So know that you can. You just have to shift your perspective a little bit to do it. Yeah. Okay. This Eight of Swords really wants to be out here because I put it back in the deck. You saw me do that, right? And it just flew out. So, shifting your perspective will free you up a little bit. And you have to go inside and like everything here, tapping into your inner truth. Okay, Aquarius, what else? Man, all this like, yeah, this situation was rough. And I feel like it was especially rough on you. Because look, you've been through a fight. Like this is like, this guy's wounded after doing battle. But I feel like your wounds are like internal. But you know, he's healing, right? He's healing. It's gonna be okay. He's almost out of the dark. Ooh, okay. The Chariot wants to come out. You will be moving forward, okay? There will be forward motion happening. And the Seven of Pentacles next to it. So this is like tending to yourself, right? Getting back in touch with the seeds that you want to sow, sowing them, and then having some patience. And then things will start moving. Yeah, Page of Swords. So there's a message of truth coming in for you too. So with the Justice ruling over the situation here, truth has come out already, and there's still a little bit more to be had. And this will bring up some freedom of movement too. So yeah, you know, just like Libra, you've carried a lot of weight with this, and you can start to put those down. Like you don't need, like you're overburdened and you don't need to be anymore. Emperor is coming out again. So maybe some of you are the Emperor in this big meeting here. Okay, so this is about also, but also about stepping into your power. Like this is the point where you, it's like you graduate from, you just graduate, you like from one level to the next. Yeah. Where did I put that? So like you taking inspired action and like really coming into your personal power. There's something in you that needs claimed, right? Like the rest of your agency, the rest of your power and command. It's like stepping fully into the leadership capabilities that you have. And it's also like cautioning against, so there's a difference between like these emperors who are self-serving versus the emperors that have the greater good in mind. And as an Aquarius, I mean, you're a collective-based character. So you... Yeah, okay, you're moving. It's like you're moving into your power. Six of Swords. You're moving from chaotic waters into calmer waters. You're leaving consciously something to step into something else. Oh my God, and the lovers come up for you too. Everyone gets the lovers tonight. I think. Did Gemini get, yeah, Gemini got the, yeah. So again, like, choosing what brings you closer to fulfilling your divine purpose. And your divine purpose meaning your soul purpose. So that drive that makes you, it's like if we're all here for a reason, what gifts do we have to share, right? And not getting caught up in the temptations that can take us away from that. And as an Aquarius, I feel like you really have the ability to do that. Like sometimes you have to like be a little bit more emotion based. It's also like finding that balance. So look, right? This is making the right decision for yourself. Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck, victory after struggle. So let's get some tea leaves for you. Like what? Are there like, what actions do you have to take? Or what do you need to know about this that will bring you some more clarity or comfort? Down. Love. Move from a space of love, okay? And I said earlier about the Emperor being like self-serving versus community-minded. So like moving from a place of love. It's like I'm hearing like have love be your truth. Like love is the truth. That is the truth in the situation. However you want to take that. However that applies to you. Center yourself in love. And love, like, it's like, yes, we love people, you know, but love isn't always just like woo woo. Love is like also doing what you need to do for yourself. It's like, it's action, right? It's not just a feeling, it's an action. Sorrow. And then we have a ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or in business. So, you know, a marriage came up yesterday in the water reading. Oh, gosh. You know, I just feel like I'm tuning into a lot of people in my world here. I don't know. Now I can't wait to, like, see what happens. If you guys want to let me know, because I'm so intrigued by these readings here. So, changes in your life. A marriage is a change, whether it's in business or personal. Since the rest of this reading has been very like, it's felt to me like career stability stuff. But for some of you, this is going to be both. This is going to be like career and emotional, like a love or something. So again, take that how it resonates for you. Oh my God, diamond. You know what? You know what? You will be receiving or giving a precious gift. You know, this comes up after that ring. And this also came up yesterday in the water reading. So like some of you air signs are partners with a water sign, and some of you, this makes me want to giggle, like some of you are gonna get married or something. Good luck and successful outcome to your problem. I like this. Also, plan ahead a little bit, right? These have been unsettling times, so, you know, put your ducks in a row. We have the bell here. There's an announcement. Aquarius, I feel like there is some love creeping in here for you. And a double boon would be like love and career, which like came out yesterday in the water reading. So some of you might have water placements in your sun, moon, rising. So go check out the water reading that I posted yesterday. And the flag here, don't be tempted to lower your standards, okay? So as this situation progresses, stick to your truth, right? That love card, like come from a place of love. Like love is the truth. Love is the truth. And I just want to pick a couple angel cards for you too, because I feel like you could use them. Like, let's see what brilliant idea. You have an idea too. Your idea is divinely guided, soul purpose, moving from your love and your truth. These brilliant ideas acting are like, bring your love into the world, bring your divine purpose, you know, like that, like take action to bring this idea to fruition. And this energy's been floating around in the collective for a couple months now. So the formative time for your idea has already taken place, and now is the time to take action. And like, it's the first day of spring, so can't you feel it? Can't you feel it inside you saying that? Take action. Let's start. But have patience. Take action and have patience. But the Seven of Pentacles came out earlier, so that's a patience card. Like, you've planted these things, you've tended to them, like things are happening, but you can't like force a plant to grow any faster than it is going to, aside from like giving it a grow lamp and water and nutrients, which you've already done. So there's still a, you know, a period of allowing. You're allowing. Remember who you are too, you guys. So this event that knocked you off course has brought you a golden opportunity to really get back in touch with yourself and remember who the F you are, okay? You're a valued member of the community. You have a lot of gifts and talents to share. You have contributions to make, and they're valuable and needed. And stepping into your power and, you know, like stepping into your power. And the way to do that is going to be shown to you one step at a time. Yeah, you're very loved, okay? Okay, guys, that's it for tonight, or today, whenever you see this. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you later.